phone. I'm gonna ride it back to the bathroom. When I ride it, we go into the creek, shot caller on you. Oh hell, I didn't know I was here. Well, we was gonna sing what about the red, white, and blue? Here's what my red, white, blue significance is today, which is still today. Wednesday. We're gonna have an Independence Day this year. We have a couple. We already had one. It wasn't really, big celebration like a bicentennial or anything. But think about this. What about next week? We're gonna have Independence Day in the Jackson County Court. Oh, commission race and the sheriff and some of those people, they're gonna get eliminated. Some of them will. All of them need to be, but anyway. Why not November? How are we going to do it in November? We're going to have a big Independence Day when the presidential candidate Trump takes over the White House. Woo! I could sing God Bless USA, but that's just not what I was going to sing. I hope you don't mind. I mean, we're going to do it. We're going to do them all. We'll do all the patriotic songs, but not right now. Okay. Zac Brown Band up. She Colorado to take her with him. Close the door for the winter. There's a cold in and wonders if her love is strong enough to make him stay. She answered by taillights shining through when the pain. He said, I want to see you again, but I'm stuck in cold weather. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Can I call you in? She said, you're right, man, and you ain't ever gonna change. You got gypsy soul land. You're born for leading. Yes, I stopped down the south side of Lincoln. The night as black as the coffee he was drinking. And the waitresses' eye, he could see the same old light shining. Thanks to Colorado and the girl he left behind him. He said, I want to see you again, but I'm stuck in cold weather. Maybe tomorrow will be better. And I call you then. She said, you're around the man who ain't gonna change. You got a gypsy soul to lay, and you were born for leaving, born for leaving. Well, it's one. You're in the lost and found. Your love, I'm around, and we go around, going round. And I love you, but I Oh, I want to see you again, but I'm stuck in cold weather. Maybe tomorrow would be better. Can I call you then? 'Cause I'm a rambling man, I ain't never gonna change. I got a gypsy soul to blame. I was born for leaving, born for leaving. When I close my eyes, I see you. No matter where I'm in, I can smell your perfume through the whispering. I know he sounded a lot better. He did that. I'm your ghost again, and I'm ashamed about the weather. I know soon to be together. I can't wait to then. I can't wait till I pick up Sue tomorrow and we go to Fort St. Joe. And we're going to put that on the back of the camera. Hit you. Oh God, ride it down the back roads. Conkles, behind the lookout, over here around the peninsula. What about through the campground at Fort St. Joe? You guys been out there lately? Shit, it's awesome. Houses to rent, and campsites, and small campsites clustered. 4 or 5 here, a lot of solitude. A lot of chances to be rehabilitated if you got rehabilitative needs. Some people even say they get reincarnated out there. I don't know. I don't think I have. Just have a good time. Because we ain't gonna live forever. I was going to mention one thing. This is why our forefathers fought. So we could be free. Freedom of speech. I mean, I called out the governor today. Who else? Jimmy Petronas. I can play guitar this. It's a sad song. Oh, Marco Rubio, the FDLE, the FBI, Santa's secretary. I said this and that, the other, and she said, what did you need? That's right, don't do my finance. So I like to see some governor staff to go over to Jackson County, peek their little head into the tent and see what kind of stuff is going on. Yeah, there ain't nobody called back. I went to the FDLE about 3 times. I said, you know, I actually knew him. I just ran the attorney general. I was an auditor. She sent Donnie an email. On July 3rd. I filed a complaint on July 1st. I thought that was relatively quick and swift, according to some state agencies take a while. Well, it's been, you wait a year to come file a major lawsuit. Let the dust settle. Grin and bear it. So what happened next? Well, it's a year, and I started looking at all these videos of me around that time, and I was looking fantastic. I had all this hair, I looked like I was a businessman. I was looking like I was going to, wheel and deal a little bit. And guess what? Oh, it didn't work that way. Anyway, long story short. What? William Dunaway fought in 1776. Leon Dunaway fought in 1942 and 1950. Granddaddy. 1918. He was shot. Oh, his dad was shot in the Civil War, and two brothers killed, all teenagers. Then they came to Jackson County in 1906 with his grown children. And so, every Indian war, everything to this country is fighting for my freedom. And then come to Korea, my dad said you can fry an egg and freeze before you get to the mouth. I thought people laughed when he said it. But yeah, we lost more people frozen to friggin' death than bullets and bombs. Oh, that was 1950. That war was over 5 years earlier. They done disposed of all that stuff. Oh, Eisenhower, I named my dog Ike after you, and right now I'd like to tell you to do what. I tell him to do with Ike's picture. I'll put words in his mouth. I like doing that. What about that? Y'all do know I was a state auditor for 3 years. Got a lot of good training on how to walk up to a sheriff or a prison warden and say, I'm fixing to make my day, and I'm going to take my little ass out of here and be back in a couple of years. What happened was, it taught me a lot. I had a stellar career. I laid it out on a post. I put some words in one of the board members' mouths. He came on after I left. He really brought the co-op back about 50 years, 1975, and he came in there politicking the employees, telling me he's going to get better benefits. This was after I left in 19. So I guess he came on in 19, pointed by his buddy George Otis. And I was just cow down to whatever they want because they're wimps. And so, he's administrator of Holmes County. All right, so I got the governor, I got Jimmy Petronis, chief financial officer. Oh, I don't know. Well, Granddaddy, Frankenstein. No, Albert. But a public official is under the freedom of, what you call it, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And the one, the Constitution, yeah. That thing they signed back then, it don't mean anything. So they can't do a thing. Maybe I'll get their attention. I have diligently tried talking to different people like Paul Donofrio, William Daniels, whatever. Hey, man, this happened. Well, Paul, I gotta go. That's what I agree with me. Paul, you take your happy ass and meet. I hope they don't. The man or lady that's running against you, I think this lady is a better representative than you've been. It's just something about when architects get on the boards and attorneys get on the boards and then they start getting all that business from the city and the county. It's just a bunch of crooks. Can't help it. Y'all know it. Hey, what if your granddaddy or son was dragged into that jail under the auspices of, I must have had a mental breakdown? No, I took a couple in that had a tractor. I drove it up there 1 mile from where they had it parked. Oh, God. Air-conditioned cab, big old scoop with claws on it, what you call it, grapple with it. They'd pull anything over, and I got there. They followed me on their car, and we went in. They were a nice little couple, probably 60s, young people, not like me. And I see old Tommy Scott Lastman over there talking to that little Donofrio boy. Little Donofrio boy did get his ass to reach the bank. People south are a bunch of dumbasses. Don't learn how to bank from Robert Jackson. Oh, God. So what happened was Tommy Scott, he's standing there at Mr. Donofrio's office, not Donofrio. You want to see? Anyway. Hey, Tommy. See this? I got a line of credit on this home. Okay, what you do on a line of credit is 8%. So you've got a $100,000 line of credit. Well, 8% at times, that's $8,000 a year. And that's all you got to pay. Farmers have done it for years. What did I do with that $100,000? This house been around 40 years. I bought a beach lot. It's worth about $250 right now. Okay? Aha. Real estate. So, I'm just saying, real estate is your friend. Oh my God. So what happens was, after I said, hey, it took about 30 seconds. Hey, Tommy, I like to talk about, I got a tractor out here. And about 3 or 4 minutes or 5, I'm sitting there looking at that couple and asking them questions. They're from Greenwood, I'm from Greenwood. They know some of my family and all. We just having a happy little good time. They're getting rid of something they want to sell, and I'm getting myself a brand new damn Kubota. Woo! I've never been in an air-conditioned cab. They're fun this time of year. So within some period of time, I lost track. It wasn't long. Scotty comes over, Tommy Scotty, he leans over me. I'm sitting down. He's pretty tall. I ain't scared of him. I ain't scared of nobody. I mean, I have to shoot him. I'm too scared to run. I have to shoot him. I'm too scared to run from him. So what happened was I was not armed. I did not threaten anybody. Felicia's in there and Ashley's in there. I knew all the players in there. A lot of them I've known for years. The good ones, the girls. The ones that run the damn bank. Not Robert. Tommy. So what happens was he comes over, he leans over me, I'm sitting on his little bench, he says, "G'day. If you don't leave this bank, I'm calling 911. I said, well, I might call him for you if you want me to. He went back to his office, and I don't know, about 5 minutes, 5 of them bust through the door. I stand up, they say, what's going on here? I said, well, I was on the bar. By that time, they handcuffed me, put me in the back of the squad car. I'm sure they had 2 or 3 squad cars, probably the blue lights. Get somebody at the bank, you calling the damn dead church? They expect the worst. They could walk in there in a hostage situation. Got me? I've seen it on television. What happened was, they handcuffed me, dragged me out of my bank, and took me into the Jackson County Jail, put me in this room with like a shower, take your clothes off, and put on a turtle. It's actually a turtle vest. No onesies. No onesies. They put me in a room that was 65 degrees, with no pad. Why? I said no pad. Oh, we got you on the psychiatric look at you. Oh, okay, that's cool. I wouldn't say it was cool. I didn't like it. It was freezing. I didn't do anything. They said, I made a false 911. I ain't calling 911. So what happened was, the next morning, that's Thursday, you say, well, doggone it, rest of you gonna get out one night. It's always good for some people to go to jail. And I think it is. I think it was a good experience for me. I think the Lord put me there, and He does that a lot. And so what happened was, the next morning, I'm standing there in my shorts outfit with these ladies and other inmates in their nice orange suits, warm. I mean, they were warm. I get up to the television set with Judge Peel. His mama, his stepmama worked for us in West Florida. I knew Fred. I knew Ty Bill. I knew Mr. Hasty, Sheriff. We had some good ones. We don't anymore, but anyway. So he says, Mr. Dunaway, Judge Mercer wants to hear your case, so I'm not going to rule on you today. Oh, Friday morning. Got in yesterday about 4. All right, so I got the rest of Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. I got to actually get some clothes on to the courthouse for my appearance. So what happened was, just like Jesus, on the 3rd day, I was notified to stand up, put these cuffs on him, to walk me out the door, and I heard somebody say, we Bake County out of him. Now let me explain something to you people. If you don't know, I don't mean to call you people, you're the salt of the earth, I'm sure, good people. So it's like, Bake County. Is that like Baker Acton? They've labeled me crazy. Because I drove a tractor, a $40,000 tractor. You go buy that son of a, ooh, it ain't 40. The man bought it before Michael, and I think he must have just, after, he must have just cleaned up his own yard with it. It's on a scratch on. Come Sunday morning about church time, they cuffed me, and I got in a squad car with this little McDaniel fella. He's not related, I don't think, to Johnny Mack. He's got kind of reddish hair as well. Nice kid. Yeah. And so here we go down Tennessee cut off. And I'm saying, buddy, who ordered me Baker Act? Did the judge? Like, did he come in on the weekend? Got out of the gym. I've seen him up here. He'd be in the gym on Skype on the side of the road, going to the gym, doing first appearances in the morning. That's how easy those judges are earning their salary now. Yeah. Okay, I'll call it white black. So what happened was, he wouldn't say anything. He had a squawk box that I guess is designed to keep those prisoners from, talking. He blared that thing out. Man, he turned it down. I thought, well, good. He turned it into the Midgets Lounge on Sunday morning at 10, my church service, my baptism. They baptized me. So what happened was, he pulls in, I look out the window, and here comes 2 more cars and 4 deputies. We're 17 miles on Sunday morning from the jail, on the Calhoun County line, going to Panama City. 5 miles from 231. So the big boy, the one that's the oldest one, that is totally ruining the careers of the other 4 boys that were not that old and was not that stupid and not that brutal. He comes over to the car, opens the back door, put those nice little steel cuffs, as tight as you could get them on my ankle, and then, strapped it, when these cords on it, wrapped it around the door jamb and slapped it. Wow, I wasn't going to get out of the back of that squad car, not that I've been off, trying to. Well, that seems like that's all he wanted to do was kind of cheer up. I wasn't going to jump out because I was crazy, I guess. And they took me back to jail. We got inside, once again, the jailers worked for Paul Donald Froe and William Daniels. What's his name, Peacock? Yeah. They're the ones that let me go without any court order or any DOC order. Well, they come back in and all eyes are on Rusty coming in, and this guy, he grabs this chain right here where the steel cuff is, and he literally, he may have lifted me off the floor. What happens then is this shooting pain comes down this arm. It's like it killed the nerves all the way down from my hand, that elbow. Dr. Aaron Shores does nerve ablations on people with migraines and also people with pain, and he is probably the premier doctor in the United States of America on nerve pain and how it works. He put his little TENS unit, or I think it was more like electric fence. He said, quit jumping. So let me shock your butt, see if you jump, Doc. Anyway, yeah, what cures up? It goes away. They grow that together almost 6 months to the day is what people I know has had that for years, like 15 years, this person I know. Every 6 months. So that was lucky, wasn't it? No, God put me in there. And he took care of me, but you know what happened? He could have broke this wrist. You know, this little hobby I got. You could have broke my wrist. You could have broke my elbow. You could have broke my shoulder. You dumb ass son of a bitch. You dumb ass. What do you think y'all would feel like if that happened to you? Would you wait a year to do anything? I did. I'm talking exactly a year. I started having these memories of me getting out of jail and looking like I was Mr. Wall Street. I was like, what the hell? Why did they think I was crazy? Well, it was all about one stupid senior deputy doing a stupid ass thing. That's Donnie's problem, and Donnie's responsible, and he's going down. The boy, the dipshit that my wife worked with for 20 years, yeah, that bank's gonna be prosecuted. Or why? The root of why he was telling me to get out of the bank is because of another situation where I had an opportunity to get something that was worth $5 million for less than $1 million. And Mr. Jackson, after explaining to the deal that I had put together deals, I'm talking about over and over, I'm talking about power plant, reviewing those plans, putting in a restaurant in Dothan, loaning money to Pessy's restaurant, Madison's restaurant, funeral home. This lady lives on Alford Road here at Alford. She put in a cut, so water on the machines. We loan the money, okay? I know how to do the net present value of a recurring revenue sum for 10 years. That's what you base it on. It's making $500,000 a year. You run it out for 10 years. That thing's worth $4 million. Oh, that's the going concern. I mean, if I was going to give you $500,000 a year for the next 10 years, well, that's that's a lot of money. $5 million. So right now, the discount value, today's discount rate, you give me 4, and then I'm going to give you $1 million in profit. 100,000. You get to make $100,000 a year off of, whatever. Well, anyway, you take that, and you look at asset value, what you got. The thing was put in right after hurricane, 15 spaces. Aquaview RV Resort, looking at the bay. Okay, looking at the bay. Very quiet. Oh, right there at the bridge, leaving St. Joe, going to Mexico Beach, Howland View. There's one there, the first one's got 77. Somehow I had 15. Well, the smart ass county commissioners of Gulf County is ran by the Rishes and the, what's that damn lawyer's name? They passed a rule that you can't put in one site if you're down below the Weewall or above Weewall on the way to Callaway, wherever that damn county runs out. You can't just put a 10 site, you can't put 2, you have to put in 75 sites, water, whatever you need, electricity, of course, that's free. No damn electrical company's gonna come in and lay out your campground. 75 sites. Port St. Joe RV Resort has 77. You can have more, okay, less. So this campground was put in 2018, probably 19. No shit. When did we have that thing? Yeah, October 18. So what happened was, this particular campground was put in then. And it's backed up to probably 100,000 acres of St. Joe Paper County land. And it's what you call grandfathered in. So with my loan, they didn't ask me how much I was going to, if I had any investors, and I had. No. So when I told Robert Jackson I had an opportunity lifetime, he's a damn banker. I think I explained it where a 5th grader could understand it pretty clearly now. Most 1st graders. If you did it with lollipops or something, I'm going to pay for this lollipop, you're going to get 25 instead of 1. Yeah, same units of measure. Okay, so what happens was, Mr. Jackson didn't look like he wanted to come in to begin with. Oh, I've only put about $3 or $4 million in that bank last 10 years as a depositor. Oh, this house was paid off 25 years ago. Real estate, you gotta have equity, it's awesome. So what happened, I explained to Mr. Jackson, in relative terms, what a present value calculation is, because I'm sure he don't know or don't care. The situation with you can build on it, and if I've got something worth 5 and I don't owe but whatever 7 on, that was the deal. I got $4.3 million in equity that thing. So what do you do, Rusty? You go to a real bank once you get it nailed down. You leave Mr. Jackson's people south, ignorant butts. And once you do then, you start bringing in more campgrounds, more campsites, maybe just tiny houses. There's a lot of money there to invest. Oh, did I tell you what I was doing with it? It was going to be called Aqua Bay Christian Retreat. Sinners invited to. I worked at the Ark, volunteered with Woodlawn Church. It's been on Panama City Beach 75 years. Well, 15 years ago when I was working there just with a small group, cleaning up, bringing food to the kids staying there, donating, of course. It was very underutilized. But the South Alabama, North Florida district, the same district my great-great-granddaddy came here as a circuit riding preacher in 1860 on the Tally side. They gave that to Woodlawn Church. Since we left, Woodlawn has parlayed it somehow into somebody that bought it, probably like Bennett, and they've got some kind of outreach there, coffee shop outreach. So Mike's making some money there. He's made a lot of money. He owns Sharky's and all these condos. I like that. His father was county attorney back in the day. It's all about politics and getting your foot in the door. Yeah. So what happened was, I told Mr. Jackson that the great news is he's got the mortgage on his book, the loan on his book, the original developer who operated it through the hurricane restoration. Oh, it filled up immediately. He co-signed on a note with this couple from Georgia. Yeah. So what happened was, I put down a $20,000 binder. They only gave me 90 days to close, which I knew was quick, but I knew I'd put $3 million in this bank. I knew the damn thing was worth 5 times what I wanted. And I knew I'd put $10 billion, $30 billion in people's banking. Graceville. Oh, who's money for that? Well, the members, but my signature was on every damn check that came out of there. I didn't make the deposits. I drew down $70 million in October of 2018. And I had nobody, no board, nobody had to approve it. You run a utility company, the biggest company in this county, $150 million a year revenue. You got to be able to move. You got to be able to make things happen. You got to react to natural disasters. I did. Well, FEMA gives you about 80% back, and the other, whatever, 15 million. You just, y'all know this. I don't know why I'm telling you. You just book it as a deferred expense and advertise it over like 20 years, so you got 15 million. It was 150 in revenue. It's going to cost you another $1 million a year to expense that, Yeah. Hurricane. That has absolutely no rate effect at all. Zero. Co-ops are fortunate. The ratepayers are fortunate. IOUs build their own hurricane fund, but it has to be approved by the PSC how much. And then, that's stockholder money, and they're making 13% on every dime the stockholders own that county. Oh, it's freedom, free enterprise. I love it. We can't all be governmental type associations like West Florida. This damn country would be second innings. So it ran like that one's been run. Not over the years, it's been a rogue co-op. And usually somebody in Holmes County is the rogue. Yeah. Politics of the redneck moonshiners and the dope growers. It's just rampant Oh, y'all remember about that time all of them had them cows but didn't have the cows? Even the girl at the junior store signed up for some of that money because we had a drought and the cows didn't have as much weight on. Yes, some of them went to jail. Hey, I had a lady steal $250,000 from me. There was a public official's wife in Holmes County, and she never even went to court. And I caught that because we were now on the computer and she was in the office and she was doing some stuff. I don't know how much she took when she was head of the building department at Graceville. But I got board members wanting to fire me because I discovered that she stole money from us. But the insurance, I got insurance. And, you don't have to claim very often. That is immediately claimed for a $150 million corporation. Anyway, so what happened? It's been a long time. I've learned a lot auditing Holmes County, Washington County, Calhoun County, Jackson County, Gulf County. Yeah, politics. There are a few David Tatums in the world of politics. Former sheriff of Calhoun County. I got to work with him for like a year, through the hurricane basically that month anyway. Prior to that, maybe a little ways, but anyway, the man made some observations. One day he called me and said, Rusty, yesterday, he said, you only got half your men working. Well, you know what I had, guys? I had 1,600 contract employees, 800 crews, 400 people at 4 staging areas with materials on the ground. I'm talking about within days of us being wiped off the map in Jackson and East Calhoun, Northeast. I said, David, what you mean, buddy? I can't oversee all of it. I think from what I'm getting from my doggone crews, my guys aren't doing the work. They're out there showing the other 1,600 men where the feed comes in, where to go to substation, what lines they're going to work out. It's not a big, it is a big deal, but it's not something you have to stay in communication with, all the time. Oh, here's the substation. Go to the end of the feed it's about 800 miles of that substation. Well, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, you got about 100 men on each substation. You pretty much get it in 29 days. Well, Governor Scott was calling me because I was saying when my statewide organization, that company association is like Jimmy Petronas' puppet. They pull his strings. When you gonna be back up? How many you got out? How many did you get back on the last 24 hours? And when you anticipate everybody being on? And I would say, well, I told my people, they did it every day. They kept up with it. Electronic metering, we know exactly how many people are out at any time. Okay. Projection, I say 4 to 6 weeks. And I'm thinking, please 6 weeks, no more. Well, I was told by that boy over statewide, that boy looks like Gary Clark. We couldn't tell. We couldn't tell God that's going to be past election day, which is on a Tuesday, after October. The 2nd, November. I said, look, y'all lie if you want to. I'm not telling my people that. These people out here living in damn tents, no water. Maybe they can, I don't know what they're going to do, but if you know you're going to be on 6 more weeks, maybe your wife will say, let's go down and get one of those whole house generators. Did y'all know I had a tornado come through here in January the 9th of this year? These people that live around me are very well off. Like me. I mean, we just rich people like me. See, this mansion and all. Did I was the only one that had lights and water for about a week? It's like, wow. But you know what? One, two, at least half of them got other homes. They can stay in. Anyway, a generator's nothing to the price of a fan, a light, a refrigerator, anything. A small Predator that costs you $500 or $600 at Harbor Freight. It can make the difference in being in the dark or being there watching TV, fans on your wife so she's not hot under the collar. Maybe a hot plate, maybe cook some food, maybe have some food. Oh, this kind of improves your lifestyle there for a little while. Yeah, it does. So, back to the hurricane. Oh, this old boy called Gary Smith, he thinks his shit don't stink too. Oh, he's making about $2 million a year with Florida Power South, not Florida, Power South Co-op in Andalusia, Alabama. Oh, he has a law degree from somewhere. Well, that Mickey Mouse little son of a gun calls me telling me I got to tell the governor about the election day. I told him the same thing. You ain't telling me a damn thing about what I got to do. I'm a damn board member on your board. You ain't on my board. So what happened then? Well, Governor Scott stopped calling Rusty. I had it on my phone. I went ahead and put his number in case he called another time to him. And he says, Rusty. I said, yeah, God. He said, well, what can I do to help you get the lights back on? I said, Mr. Tatum told me my people were flagging instead of working. And Florida Public Utilities has state people flagging from them. And Gov Power has state people flagging from them. And the highway patrol at the way station in Sneaks, they're sitting down there on their ass. What do you say? Oh, I'll get him there. Okay, Gov. I'll take you a minute. Richard Scott. I call him Dick Scott. So what happened was, this ain't funny worth it. I want to take this guitar and hit somebody over the head with it. I'm not going to do it. Y'all want to put a fire on? You got I had 3 men killed. I was 79 at night. Guy come off the damn highway. 20 foot off the damn. They were in the ditch. Went behind our truck. Had there been a blue light, could have made a difference. Well, guess what? I didn't call them back and say, hey, man, we had 3 kids killed. Or kids. Yeah, one of them was 22. Ah, motherfucker. So what happens was, the next morning, we get there about 6, we had 2 highway patrol squad cars at all 4 staging areas. I guess they got word in the middle of the night that son of a bitch that had sent those slackers there to get off his ass. Well, you know what I call that? I call it cha-ching for those families. But you know what? All 3 funerals I went to, the 2 in North Carolina, a 22-year-old young man, his mom and daddy preached a funeral and said, if you don't know Jesus when you get here, we hope you know him when you leave. And when I hugged her at the service, she's hugging me, the man that's on his watch, her son's killed. I felt like Jesus had both of us in his arms. The next one was a week later, and it was in North Carolina, both of them. Rural areas. Oh, this man played drums in his praise band, and his 19-year-old, 18-year-old son sang the Brad Paisley song, No Tears for Me, Mom in Heaven, down here. People of faith believe God's will is God's will, and we don't all understand why. I don't understand. I mean, I can never forgive myself for not driving my ass to Tallahassee and getting in the governor's face or somebody. But you know, I've been doing that with this torture at the damn jail. Tallahassee people, you say Jackson County, that's local. That's local crooks. That's local criminals. That's local crimes. Y'all have that over there. Even FDLE. No, we can't get over there. Not unless the sheriff asks us. Sheriff has got an email 6 weeks old. He ain't even wanted my testimony or asked me questions. I think he's got his butt stuck up the election he's losing. But what's going to happen is a new sheriff's going to be in there. And all of them have a really good experience. There's one that Woody likes, Hatcher. That judge likes somebody. If he checks them out, I'm saying, they all three look good to me. I don't want to offend anybody on those three candidates. But this fact of this county, let county run in jail instead of the sheriff, the duplication, the inefficiency, you got brutalization, torture, all of it comes under one umbrella. I met with Paul Donald, chairman of the commission at the time it happened, and he didn't have time to talk to me. Well, I don't care. So, I just play my guitar, talk to my attorneys, say the election's gonna be over, and we're gonna prosecute the guilty. I think Donnie hadn't felt to lose his state retirement. I don't. Put yourself in my place. You see if you give a shit about any of those 4 deputies or 5 deputies without a sheriff. I don't. They watch. Oh, what about the jailers? They try to kill Rusty. They try to disable me, give me a lifetime disability. I'm not looking for a check. Y'all hear the old joke about Jesus walked into a restaurant. He walked over to a guy that was ailing, and he just put his hand on him and said, healed, and that guy just flips out the door. And then he comes up to another fellow lady, and he did something similar. Healed her like he does. Like we know he did. It's not a joke. And then he gets to the next guy, and he's sitting there with a cast on his arm, maybe a neck brace, probably a neck brace on. You can buy those. I got one for Sport Runner or something. No, Jesus, don't touch me. I'm drawing. You know, the disability check or workers' comp. Isn't that funny? Some people think they've hit the lottery if they get disabled. Some people get disabled and they're really disabled, like my cousin was for 40 damn years in a wheelchair. Don't come limping up to me and tell me you're disabled. I don't buy that bullshit. I do cuss, but I do love Jesus. And these words that come out of my mouth have not had one towards him. You don't do that. God is real. He's here in this room. The Spirit. All this is just laid out so perfectly. And everything else in all areas of my life are just blew up like, hey, it's awesome. He was given an opportunity to tour Travis Tritt a year and a half ago, and he turned it down. He didn't want to go right then. Hey, we're going to get a fame recording, and hopefully in the next 30 days doing a new CD with 6 original songs. And he's ready to go now. Okay. Oh, what about my girlfriend? Yeah, I got me one here in the last, November last year. And between the two of us, we got 147 years of wisdom and experience. We should start calling the show like the fruitcake lady. Have people ask us what they should do. I'm an accountant, finance person, all around trained. I'm trained. She is a speech pathologist for 45 years and has delivered 1,400 babies as a midwife. That's what you call a working girl there. School teachers get out of work, they gotta get home and cook supper. Why don't you drive to town or city and deliver a baby and then be back? Or Tallahassee, a lot in Tallahassee. Birth clinics that she worked at, birth babies. She put her through, two of her sons, or one of them, he started out of school working for a company that trains law school applicants on how to get your resume up, say the right things to get in. And from that, he has worked at 2 universities up there as a dean of law school admissions. And then, the last thing he did, I guess, in the last 3 or 4 months, a school close to where they're living didn't have law school, so they asked him to come over and start law school. Her other son was over DOC HR for the state and is now over HR in Leon County. He's doing well. Owns a home on St. George Island. So what happens is, she worked her butt off, raised those kids by herself, no income from anybody else. One's got a master's in HR and one of them's got a law degree. The other son did not go to college. I can't imagine having a relationship with a female that I didn't, that doesn't know me, that doesn't know, never knew my kids, never knew anything about Marianne, I just don't work for me. This lady is my God-given, significant person. What about marriage? Very likely to be married soon or sometime soon, but it won't be recorded in a courthouse. God says you should be married and their spouse should be number 2 and you should be number 1. No, God's number 1, your spouse is 2. And if the 2 people treat each other like next to God, kids, in-laws, jobs, hobbies, they just fall in line. You believe it, don't you? I had a similar marriage to that for quite a while, and I liked it a lot. But that's okay. It's like, hey, this happened. Oh, it's like everything has anything to do with the Lord. Something happens, you wonder, what the heck? And then it's called unanswered prayers. Because look where you are now, Rusty. I haven't had one wonderful 3 years of being, I got a homeless ministry. I've saved a few lives, homeless people, and literally. And, opened up another door. My God opened up me a whole new world. A world that I would not ever not wanted to have that experience. So I thank my former wife, and she's happy, and I'm happy for her. What time is it? All right. Well, I'm going to keep talking. 30 minutes, we're going to have hamburgers, okay? God Bless the USA is coming up. I got a feeling. My last song. August the 14th, 2024. Yeah, my Lord walked on the face of this earth. 2024 years, 8 months, and 14 years days ago. Give or take 33 years is what the theologians say. I'm okay with that. He did walk. He was resurrected. He did live. You know, all my life I've been to church. Well, you know what I'm saying. I don't think I didn't join the church in Pensacola when I was working full time at the bank and going to college. I didn't go much when I was at Chipola. No, not one time. I was working full time at Florida State Hospital. But then after I got married and Don and I was Presbyterians, and then Kathy and I'm a Methodist. I knew what they were talking about. I thought, when you experience the presence of God in your life, all this stuff that the preacher's saying, everything they're saying, is to get you in a position that you're going to feel that. You know? And so when you get there, it's like, well, yeah, I've got a relationship. Every day I look up, every time I turn around, thank you, God. Oh, did y'all see my motorcycle? Well, I got the camper. We're going to put the motorcycle on the back of the bumper. I got a rack. And go camping. And then you ride that around the campgrounds. And that's not for Highway 98 or 231 or I-10. It's a 150cc little scooter. I had 1100 Chieftain. Now that's what you call jump on it and go to San Francisco if you want to. You get out in Texas, it will run 100 and you feel like you are the king of the world. I loved it. But anyway, this one, oh goodness, I mean, it's no clutch. It's two hand brakes. You get on it, crank it up, it's like, okay, well, give it a little bit more gas and there you go. Stop, okay. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun off. Kind of like 18. Just don't drive them with the semis are. Drive them with the golf carts and the people. You know, campground's awesome. Camping is awesome to me. It's a good way for your family to enjoy getting away. And what I call it, getting some rehabilitation. That river and creek rehabilitates me every time I go down there. It's right down the hill here from me. And so does Cape San Blas. That place is, I don't know, it's like the Oregon coast. We'll know, been up down it for, a week. We went down it and every 100 miles or so is a totally different coastline. God does make one beautiful planet. Washington, D.C., Port Townsend, the Puget Sound. One time's enough, though. Yeah. We got so much here. St. Augustine, Key Largo, Charleston, Blue Ridge Mountains, Hiawassee, Hendersonville, Asheville, New Jersey, Cape May. Sue and I were up there about 3 or 4 months ago, for a funeral. Folks, I ain't never known nothing about New Jersey. Shoot, that's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I'm not talking about just right there at Cape May. I'm talking about the whole, what they call I don't know what they call it. New Jersey something. But anyway, Garden State. Yes. Beautiful plants and flowers right there on the doggone coast. The houses. Not in the water. Not the sand. But anyway, I've seen some of it. I want to see some more of this southeast area. And probably get to Texas. Born in San Antonio. Lived in Austin. Oh man, I lived out there for 6 months. No, 6 weeks. in Korea when I was 6 weeks. I was born in Army Hospital. I don't remember much about it. But my daddy come out of the Army, 37, hit the ground running, done away 24-hour Texaco, and then a farm in Cottonville, and a farm in Greenwood, and some land in Bascom, pine trees. When those guys come back from where they've been, and he's back on 180 acres next to his brother, who's next to his uncle. My dad was in heaven when he got out of the military. He had good experience in the military in terms of the years at Fort Bragg. But watching his buddies freeze to death in Korea wasn't the best thing somebody can do. God, can you imagine? The guy in the tent next to you wake up frozen. You've been with him since boot camp. I'd be cussing. All I know is Eisenhower was the president at one point in time. I don't know who was there, but how long after the signing of the end of World War II did Korea actually start? I bet it was already, they were already coming, not liking each other, North and South Korea. So we got all these people, let's make all this money on World War II, and then we need another little conflicts, and let's go ahead and get another 100,000 or so men killed. It's good for the economy. Well, that's not the way Jesus looks at it. Y'all explain that to him when you get there. I think he's too happy about it. Innocent people sent to war for no reason. It's not our damn business place, this world. We just need to stand strong and say what Donald Trump told the little Kim Jo-young or whatever. You send a missile our way or our allies' way, we'll blow you off the face of the map. I like that term. Blow you off the face of the map. Well, Hiroshima was not blown off the face of the map. I'm sure it had radiation for years and was totally not, whatever. Yes. Everybody that looked at that at the time said, we got to drop the bomb or we're going to lose another couple 100,000 people trying to get into ground on Japan. Oh my God. Innocent people die in wars. And I'm talking about soldiers. Not just babies and civilians, but our babies. You got an 18-year-old son or daughter. They ain't grown yet. But when you subject them from living in the best country, United States, with what we had, then send them to the jungles to see the most gruesome things that could happen. I just don't understand that. Stalin, Hitler, yeah. If there is a God, then why does that happen? Is that what you're asking? Well, I got 20 minutes of memories, I'll go ahead and tell you. I've been looking around this place, I've been reading that Bible. Hold on. It says Rusty, Don White. Alright, Rusty. So what happened? This Bible. I'm sorry it is dust, but you know what? You know what I love to do? You get the Audible Bible, listen to it many, many hours going down the road, and at night just falling, rest and listen to the Bible, think about it, sport, then go to bed. That's not what, the Bible, I handle the Bible, says Satan has dominion over the earth, planet Earth. Satan, Lucifer, has dominion over earth. This is not heaven. It's earth. So that's why we have wars, and we have traffic accidents, and we have murders. We have senseless killing human lives. Because this is not heaven. Okay. 15 more minutes, I guess. I'll have some cereal and all, then I can look at my memories. And hey, when is tomorrow's Thursday? I'm hoping to leave for St. Joe tomorrow afternoon for Tallahassee. And okay. What? You know what I'm doing? I don't know. I just want to show you. I want to show you. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. I think I'll just go ahead and leave this Bible off the top shelf. Okay. So, what happened was, there's a song, I see my prop. There's a song. The name of the song is Scarecrow in the Garden. And one of the chorus says, there's a scarecrow in the garden, and he looks like Lucifer. And then it says, I've been reading Revelations with a pistol in my right hand and the Bible in my left. Yeah. Nothing in the Bible says you showed up bare arms, okay? That'd be kind of stupid. The damn animals would have been killed. It would have been extinct if it wasn't for that. But anyway, we are south, we are north, I don't care. We have guns. And when they take them away, who's going to be doing what to our families? Enslavement. If anybody wants to talk to me about any of this, don't call me. I don't need any help. I'm just waiting for it to play out. Let me have. Wait a minute. Over now. Document Ranch Central. Remember, we're going to have another 4th of July celebration. It's going to be next week, and then there's going to be one in November. Let's pray we get this county back on. We get some people in here that we can be proud of, our sheriffs and our county commissioners. That they're not purposely, intentionally violating the law and allowing brutality to go on. And that's what's going on with those 6 individuals. The sheriff and the 5 county commissioners. How can it be so damn naive? I think that Tolstoy said something regarding the human, someone that recognizes they're in pain, and then someone else, and that same person recognizes that other people's pain are called human beings. We done run out of human beings down there at the courthouse. We need to get some more in there. Y'all have a good night. God bless y'all.